Hey everyone, how's it going? A beautiful Saturday morning to you. Go over everything. Welcome to the new site. Up here you'll notice it has a different address. I put together this site on a working site and that was kind of a mistake, so I need to figure out how to redirect these files, make it say applepain.com. You can go, you can type in applepain, it'll come up, and then go to anything else and it redirects over there. So that's why that's like that. I'm trying to work on it, hopefully get it fixed this weekend for you. So up here you'll notice, so I'm going with, I want to differentiate myself with using only open interest is what I'm going to use, and not all the time am I going to be using max pain. It's not applicable to all markets, so that's why I want to go with option sentiment source. So this is starting new. I want to make things more clear. Sometimes, or for 3 months at a time, use max pain because the stock will be right in that range. It isn't going anywhere. Apple flatlines for 3 months. Then it'll go on this huge run. That's when we want to use sentiment, and this is a perfect time to switch over and have this up there, is because this last few weeks we've been looking for this option sentiment change, and we're getting it. So the options market will show you these things, and that's why this isn't just strictly, oh, it went outside its range, this is bogus. No, we're not using max pain right now. It's not the time to use it. It's the time to look for a breakout, and that's why I have it up there. So this place is a source of two different things, and we will apply them as we see fit. So go over the week with you. This is Friday's open interest. Let me go over to, this is what it looked like Wednesday. And so the open interest was always at 380 the whole week. Even on, Tuesday, it was pretty much this high up at 10,000. So remember that 380. Let's go see how it reacted. And this is the part of using options, not only in a max pain way, but how does it react when it hits that hits that highest open interest strike. So this is a week broken out. Here's your Apple and here's the spiders. So 380 was your highest open interest. What happens right here? So the market's flat, or up even, and Apple comes up to 380 and sells right off. That's odd. Remember 380? Okay. What do we have here? The market was up on this Wednesday 3%, 3.5%. The S&P was up 50 handles. Come over to Apple, it was up about 1%. And what did it stop at? 380. That's odd. The market's up. So, it will tell you. But I have been... So say that was a normal market. That's what happens to Apple. That's why its PE is just get beaten down, because it is never allowed to rise. And so now we're in breakout mode, though, and I've been looking for it to break out and how it reacts. Soon as it can go above this 380, either Wall Street doesn't need it below there anymore, there's too many buyers coming in, something changed. And I've been waiting and waiting for it, and then finally you have it. When you get Apple to break this highest open interest range, it means just what I said. Wall Street doesn't need it down there. It's not benefiting them, or they just simply can't keep it down there. There's too many buyers, and off it goes. So it means big things when you break. Just like when the put open interest broke, it means Wall Street can't keep it on this side, or there's just too many sellers and it's just overcoming. So in a normal market, say your open interest is here and here, it should be in that range at all times. If ever it breaks it, take notice. Something happened. There should be plenty to keep it in the range, and when it's not, you need to look for that, and it will tell you something. So that's, just the epitome of options controlling Apple was Wednesday. It can't get above 380, and yet the broad market was soaring. That's kind of odd. Okay, so now fast forward, we break the open interest, and I was looking for, and then Friday, zoom in a bit, and you come up to 393, and then it sells off. Nobody has the open or the volume from Friday on the options, but you had the 390. I'm not going to show the numbers. So you had the 390 calls were trading 40 40,000 in volume at finish the day. The 390 puts were trading 40,000 in the day on volume. So if anyone was like, oh, I want to get into Apple here because it's going higher, it may finish 400 of the day. No, it's gonna finish 390. Why? Because you have that much volume all on one strike. Whenever you have the puts trading heavy volume and the calls trading heavy volume, it's going to float back to that strike. So another thing is with the options just trying to get out is if Apple supposed to close up at 393 today if say options didn't exist, or was it supposed to be up at 395 maybe? So every single Friday you're going to have it knocked down $5, $3. It adds up and you get huge P compression if it happens week after week after week. And I'm not the only person. I mean, people can see this. Go over to the stock twits. So at 9:30 on Friday, look at the option volume, the 390 put and call, pinned to 390 close. How did this guy know it? At 9:30 in the morning, he's calling Apple to close at 390. What a weirdo. Sarcasm. No, yes, options will control Apple. So there's many ways you can use it. And what do you know? Apple closed 390. And so that's just how, the options look to them, and they will tell you which way everything's going to go. Going to the breakout. So let me go to this front page in the frames that I've been talking about. So on the 19th here, I made this video bottoms up. This is when we broke the put open interest. And then last week, we had it expire. It was a short week, but we had it expire right in the middle. So let's go over to the frames page. And so these would have been somewhere in here, that bottoms up video when we broke it. And then I said, it will expire in the middle. So this frame 3 would have been that last week's one. And then now your put open interest isn't building like I thought, or like it always has historically. It's got to be because Apple is trading 12 times earnings. If it gets down here, it's just too cheap on a valuation. People aren't scared of it falling down this much where the puts are going to build up. So I just think on pure valuation, Apple's too cheap. That's why you didn't get these to build. Regardless, we're looking for a pattern something like this. When it breaks this put side, it's going to take a one frame. So just say a week, which was last week, right in the middle, and then look for it to break this side. Once it breaks one, it's going to come back and break the other because this call open interest comes down too aggressively. When it breaks here, this call comes down here. Then it keeps breaking. This call comes down here, and all of a sudden, you get buyers in here. Whoops, we went down way too low, and that's what happens. And then you get a breakout, and then nothing is here to stop it. Back when there was monthlies, it would be awesome because there would be nothing here to stop it. We might have some fits and starts because weeklies, I mean, you're going to have to contend with weeklies nowadays. If this 390 builds again, watch for it. It should keep going because we should have plenty of buyers in there. But you may have fits and starts. It may expire in the max pain range again, and then break out. So the real test is going to be the 400. Go to the monthly graph here. The real test is how Apple's going to do on this 400. So let it get up there, and just, again, the options will tell you. If it can break right through, then see you. You're off to new highs because that's going to be a lot of pressure. If Apple, and here's another way, even if you're not trading the data, just know if Apple comes up to this 400 and just gets destroyed, comes back down to 390 in one day, know why. This is why. This is sitting there. So, bite your tongue and just wait it out. And so that's the beauty with just a peace of mind, knowing why did it go up to 400 and broke? Oh, and then if you got rumors come out, guess what? Sales are going to be horrible. You know why? If it breaks it, then there's plenty of sellers to overrun this. And then so we'll just keep an eye on that, but everything worked to the T as far as far as keep looking, for that frame page, and I was looking for that breakout, and we finally got it. So, yeah, I had the call side on the red. If that's in the red, I don't recommend putting a trade on there. Plus, I was looking for the call side to break out, and that's about it. So, I'm going to get to work on how to fix this, and hopefully, you guys enjoy. All right, have a good weekend.